Hi, Max. This is Erica. I'm here to answer your questions on the last exercise. So, for exercise one, how would I know that I caught every correction? I probably would spend a lot more time on it. I'd probably have a second set of eyes. Obviously, this was timed, but I double checked everything. Definitely always check your links. That's the number one thing. And finish your sentences. I also wouldn't know what the prompt, I didn't know what the prompt was of this, but I would probably put a bit more detail into why you were writing these statements. And I know the statistics are great, but I would probably put a little bit more background into how you found these statistics and the strategy. For example, there's one I've left comments, but there's one that says amplification showing value. Is there a numerical way to measure that? And then you wrote a comment saying we should remove it from strategy in future program. So if it was showing value, then why are we removing it? There just needs to be a bit more detail. Two, I would organize it probably a bit differently. The months are a bit confusing and the goals of each month are a bit confusing. But at the end of the day, I'd have another set of eyes, and I would also like to have a precedent from what you guys have used before to double check that we've got everything and this one's not different. It came from scratch, and once we have that checked pretty properly, then it's easier to go back and forth and to make sure that our new one's the right thing. So, as for what systems would you surround your this process to ensure it was 100% accurate but also efficient? If there was a way that could double check all your spelling, I mean, we have spell check, but clearly some of the words that came up didn't make any sense and they weren't relevant. I think Google Doc actually does a good job of that. Generally, if you are writing a brand name and you spelt it wrong, they usually catch it. But yeah, if there's any other additional like systems, I don't know if you could always trust a system as well as having a couple set of eyes, but it depends what program you're using. Exercise two, who would I target this out? So I've basically written my pitch about how they're using their new funding. They've just got a recent Series D amount of funding, 75 million, and how they're using that to make their cloud technology and their AI better. As AI is like the hottest topic at the moment right now, you could target nationals, but you could also change this pitch and tweak it a bit and make it into more of like the tech side of it and target trade magazines and actually go into detail about how much or the specifics of the technology. Because I wasn't sure about who to do, I've left a comment saying that I would research the journalist and see what they've written about and change it. And then also I would change the theme based on what they've recently written about. Because if you find a journalist who's written something that's really specific about AI and a company that's similar, you could tag along saying, "I see you've covered this. How about talking about my company?" I've basically just written like I've written the basic pitch that I would use as like the bones of my trade shift pitch, and I'd also would change it based on the theme or the angle you're trying to go for, based on what we talked about strategy wise. For example, one of my old companies I've made pitches for was we've gone from anywhere from lifestyle to personal finance to elderly care to health sector to tech. So you can really get a bit creative with these pitches. Sorry, I'm making sure that this is on time. As for the last exercise, the last question of why would I be a good fit, where do I want to be in 5 years, and why am I different? I think what really separates me is that I'm quite keen. I'm really energetic. I am hardworking, and I'm really excited to learn new things. And I know that there's a lot of people who are out there like that, but I feel as if that I'm constantly trying to learn new stuff. I'm constantly like trying to pick up a new language or a new skill or just even anything that I can get my hands on and learn and expand my knowledge. I'm so excited to do. That's probably like the number one thing, the number one reason why I think I'd be a really good fit. Additionally, because I have had PR experience, I think that that is helpful in the sense that you wouldn't have to train me as much, but in the same aspect, I am so keen to learn new things, new industries. I'm keen to learn all about all your new softwares. I'm not really familiar with that. We didn't really use that in my past jobs, but Yeah, so I'm sorry that this is so rushed because I'm trying to, fit it in 5 minutes, but hopefully we can chat more about this. And also apologies for my I wasn't aware I was making a video. But yes, hopefully we can talk more about this, and hopefully I've done well on this exam. And thanks again for considering me. Bye.